Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we're talking about utility cutting blades, pocket knives, on a budget. Now, we're going to go through these fast, so do not skip ahead. We're basically looking for blade shapes that are utility-style blade shapes. And this is the TWOSUN TS319. Now, this one is just a little under $100, but for under $100, you're getting a great value here. You have titanium, a liner lock. The liner is not titanium, but the rest is. So this is all titanium with an inlay of carbon fiber, titanium milled pocket clip backspacer with 14C28N. Great value here. Next, and everything will be linked down in the description. Next, we have the KIZER FEIST. Now, these come in so many different options. It's insane how many different options these come in. And all the KIZERs from this video you can find at Mojave Outdoors or just linked right down in the description. But if you can't find them, just look at Mojave Outdoors. Now, this one is the blue denim MICARTA one. And if you buy this, you also get a denim pouch. Awesome little front flipper. Next, we have the Forge Prolic. Now, this one has a flipper action and a reverse flicking action. G10 with a great deep carry clip. This clip works great. It is a full 4-finger grip if you do use the choil, but otherwise it is a 3-finger grip knife. Awesome little knife. Next, one of my favorites, the FINCH Harvester. Now, this one's a little bit more pricey, but I had to put it on the list because it's so good. It's such a little workhorse. I do have a full review of this if you want to see the full review up there in the corner. Now, I'm not going to be able to link this down in the description, but you can find it at a few places. Great reverse flicking action and flipping action, super duper smooth, and this inlay does glow if you put a flashlight to it. This one is the green MICARTA version with the titanium clip. The bolster is steel, but man, this thing is such a great little knife. 154 cm blade steel. Next, we have the RUIKE M662. Another one I don't think I'll be able to link down in the description. They do have another budget option of this that is a liner lock, but this one is a titanium frame lock version. The only little problem with it is you cannot touch that lock bar. You have to keep your fingers off that lock bar, and in that case, it is fantastic. But if you put pressure on the lock bar, it makes the detent very stiff. Awesome little Warncliffe style blade shape, 154 cm blade steel. Like I said, titanium, deep carry clip, G10 show side. Great action, but you got to watch out for that lock bar. Next, one of the best little flippers you can get, especially for a 3-finger knife. This is the KIZER LIEB, and I recommend this version in this MICARTA. This is very well done MICARTA. It feels so soft, but the detent and the flipping action, this thing is so snappy. You cannot fail this. It's crazy how snappy this little knife is. The KIZER LIEB comes in N690 steel liner, deep carry clip that is inset with flat screws, not reversible, but awesome little knife. Next, now this one's a little bit more pricey, but for what you're getting M390 carbon fiber show side, really well done carbon fiber, and a titanium frame lock. Steel lock bar insert. It does run on ceramic caged bearings. It is very smooth, and if you're good, you can get that fuller and use the reverse flick. But this is a great little, it's kind of like a gent knife because it is pretty small, pretty tiny. It is basically a 3-finger knife, but it slices really good, and it just works so good as a little, like a gent carry basically. This pocket clip works great on the inside of a jacket pocket or 5th carry or something like that. Great flipping action, and you know, for the materials and what you're getting, great value. Next, we have the Mini October. Now, the Mini October is mini because they have the large or the regular KIZER October, which comes in M390 steel, and it has a fuller for reverse flicking. This one doesn't have a fuller, but I can still do it because of the coating sometimes. But this one comes in 154 cm MICARTA. You can also get it in G10. It has a deep carry clip with flat screws. It's not inset, but it is reversible. Great access to the lock bar. Very smooth on the drop. Solid detent. And Even though it is a small 3-finger knife, you can get a 4-finger grip with the choil. And I have to put this one on the list, the TACRAY. This did sell out before, but it's back in stock. A link down in the description. They did raise the price a few dollars, but it's still an extreme value. VG10 steel, titanium frame lock, titanium milled pocket clip and backspacer, steel lock bar insert. It is riding on bearings, extremely smooth. The reverse flicking action is amazing on this, super easy. And what's really cool about this is it's like a budget kitchen knife. This thing works so good in the kitchen. I have been using it a lot, but also great utility cutter. It has the geometry and the blade shape for it, but it's also just such a good slicer. It has this slim handle with this nice broad slicey blade, just for EDC, kitchen related, utility, all the way around. A fantastic knife. My one complaint is I wish there was a little bit better access to the lock bar. It is something I might do in the future, but it hasn't bothered me to the point to where I'm like, fighting to do it or anything, but it would be a complaint. And even more importantly than what you're carrying in your pocket, let's talk about what you're putting on your face. Now, I do want to shout out Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. They make uncomplicated skincare for men. In all honesty, guys, I use this product. I've been subscribed to them for months. I do like this product. Like I said, I use it, so I'm definitely going to recommend it. I think it's important for us in the community, us guys in the community, to take care of ourselves, including our skin. Tiege Hanley makes it super easy. They give you a card on the inside of the box, which gives you all the steps, directions, even down to the amount of each product you should use. They have a 30% discount code if you do subscribe, which you can pause or cancel anytime. And like I said, I think it's important for us guys in the community to take care of ourselves, and who doesn't want healthier, younger looking skin? You can start with level 1, which gives you the face scrub, a face wash, an AM and a PM moisturizer. Level 2 adds on an eye cream, and level 3 adds on an eye cream plus a super serum. Doesn't matter which one you guys get, as long as you guys are taking care of your skin. Check out the links below. All right, guys, we are just getting started. We have a lot to go through. The KIZER Splinter. Great little Wharncliffe blade. This thing does fantastic in pinch grips and, opening packages and things like that. Great access to the lock bar. Super snappy detent. It does have a minimal flipper tab, but man, is it snappy. N690 steel, but this one also comes in a lot of different options as well. This one's the MICARTA option. Deep carry clip that is reversible. The clip is annoying in the hand in this grip, but it does not have a choil. So that sucks, as in when you sharpen, it's going to create a smile. But when you're cutting with it, you don't have to worry about catching on anything. You can do repeat cuts really fast. And then obviously the utility cuts are just amazing. The detent, rock solid detent. And I can easily reverse flick this one off of the blade. And it is super easy to do. Next, we have this new TWOSUN, the TWOSUN TS361. I recently showed this one on the channel. Holy cow, is this one good. Solid detent. And I drop it. Solid detent. Great action, but again, great sheep's foot style blade. The utility cuts are amazing with this. Nice, beautiful swedge. This one is in 14C28N. Titanium frame lock, titanium backspacer, and a clip. And so this one's going to be a little bit more pricier because of the materials, but for the materials and what you're getting here, solid value. Next, a KUBEY. So this KUBEY, man, I forget the number on it, but I'll put it up on the screen. Amazing reverse flicking action. And just really quick, since we're here, here's a little bit of a larger version. Now, it's not the exact same model, but they are extremely similar. This one also comes in a titanium frame lock version, but these ones are a great value. They're very similar. This one's just smaller and does not have a flipper tab, but both of these options are great reverse flicking knives, or a flipping knife in this case. D2 steel. This one's a Jelly Jerry design, so they are not related in any way, but they almost look like it. Both of them are great options. You can get a 4-finger grip with this one. These are very affordable knives. Great utility cutting and slicing. You can use this blade, very versatile. Both of them have amazing action, ceramic caged bearings, reversible deep carry clip, T8 hardware all the way around. Very well built for the price. Next we have the Main Street. So this one is the KANSEPT Main Street. 154 cm. Amazing blade shape. This thing works amazing for utility cuts, good access to the lock bar, smooth drop. It is riding on bearings, and then it has thumb stud action only. So if you really like not having a flipper tab in the way, this is really good. You can get up nice and close to the edge when you are slicing, or if you want to do these pinch grips and everything. The MICARTA is pretty well done for the price. We have a titanium milled pocket clip, T8 hardware all the way around. It is a steel liner lock. The action on the thumb studs are pretty good. They're slightly slippery, but they work just fine. And the ergos just melt in your hand. This is a super comfortable knife and a great carry. The clip works great. Next is the QSP Penguin. And if you guys don't know about this one, it's super, super affordable. And if you recently watched one of my videos, this one is coming out very soon. It'll be coming out on July 18th. And it is from Pocket Folding Knives, and it is an exclusive, so you're only going to be able to get it through their company. And it has this titanium frame lock jigged pattern that is even thinner than the original. The blade is the same, but it's an M390 steel instead of D2. So lots of different options with this one. This one is the liner lock version, and this is very, very affordable. We have denim micarta, deep carry clip. The clip works great, super comfortable in the hand. This is a great, great option to have. Now, the original one is on washers, but it is super, super smooth for washer action. Mine almost feels like it's on bearings, but the titanium version is on bearings and is also super snappy, great detent, and yeah, very, very slim, but a gotta have. Definitely a gotta have. At least one version. Next we have the CIVIVI Chevalier. The Chevalier comes in 14C28N. CIVIVI does an amazing job with this steel. We have MICARTA, T8 hardware all the way around, and it is a button lock. Super smooth action, great detent on this, super snappy, and then you also have the fuller to reverse flick off of, which works great. And regardless if you're left-handed or right-handed, it will work fantastic. You have a reversible deep carry clip with flat screws. This is a great option as well. Next, we have, now this one's going to be a little bit more pricey, but it comes in 3V steel, and this is the mini critical. So the mini critical also comes in an exclusive you can get with a whole deployment as well. But 3V flipping action, really smooth, micarta, full 4-finger grip, and since it has this 3V, you're going to get good edge retention, and this steel is very, very tough. And the blade shape, perfect for utility cuts. I mean, it is basically it's a utility folder. And the detent is rock solid. Great flipping action. It actually comes very strong, and you know, as you have it over time, it does break in. Next, we have the KIZER Horn. A very ugly knife, but this is the best ugly knife you can get. Not only does it have some incredible quality micarta, the access to the lock bar is really good, and it is a false shut action. Probably the best reverse flicking detent in action you can get. And it actually comes with a flipper tab, but the flipper tab is removable. As you can see, I have removed it because otherwise it does have a flipper. Now, if you do have the flipper on it, the flipper works perfect. The detent is extremely well tuned for both deployments, but I did take mine off so that I could choke up right there. This one does come in N690 steel, so smooth, deep carry clip that is reversible. This is a great, it's ugly, but man, is it a good option. For use and work and fidget factor, it's a 10. Next, the KIZER GENIE. Now this one's a slim profile one. You have the reverse flick and a top flipper, micarta, Deep carry clip that's not reversible, but super slim, very snappy, N690 steel, coated blade, nice and slicey. And since it's long like that, man, the utility cuts are great with this one, but you have a lot of cutting edge there for slicing as well. It is nice and slim too, so it's not going to take up much room in the pocket. And yeah, great option right here. It's when you first get it, it seems like the couple I've had do take a little bit to break in, like, you know, a week or so. But then once it breaks in, it gets ridiculously smooth. Next, the KANSEPT Bulldozer. Now, this is a top flipper only. However, you can get a quick stud, which are just a few bucks, and put it right here on the spine and give yourself a thumb deployment from a thumb stud. You can just buy them and slip it right on, and it just screws right on. They're really nifty, and they work on a lot of different knives, so people should just have them around just in case if they do get a knife they want to add a thumb stud to. Beautiful sheep's foot blade. This one is nice and slicey. It slices so good with these neutral ergos too. You have a broad blade with a nice slim handle, but it's just thick enough and big enough to where you get a great grip and it slices like a champ. Now this one is, I believe, in 150. No, this one's in D2. I'm sorry. It's in D2 steel, but, you know, this one has the coated blade. It does come in a non-coated option and other colors. I like to reverse flick it, especially because it has the coating. Deep carry clip. Not reversible, but it is deep carry. Awesome option here, but it comes in a premium version that is titanium as well. Another amazing affordable option, the CJRB MAILEAH, but not this one, the large one. This one's the small one, which is basically a 3-finger knife, or you can choke up to get 4 fingers. It really works good in pinch grips. Great utility cutting blade though. Reverse flicking action and front flipping action is all really good on this. Very fidgety, and the large one is even better. I love the large one. These are extremely affordable with the ARRPM 9 steel, deep carry clip that is reversible, great access to the lock bar, super smooth on the drop, and it's surprisingly good, especially the large one. It's a great size, great action. I highly recommend this one. Or if you like the minis, this is a great one too. And this one is designed by Swags. The Leatherman Free. Now this one's a multi-tool, and it has magnets on the inside of it that hold in the multi-tools, but you can do it all one-handed, and it does lock while it's open. So right now it's rock solid. You just got to pull over this little pin and you can put it back down. The whole thing is all one-handed operation, and it has a sheep's foot blade with a hollow grind. Does get relatively thin behind the edge. It slices really good, and it's awesome for utility cuts. This is one of the best options on the list because it is USA made, and it has, you know, it's a multi-tool, so it's going to be great it's going to be very versatile because you have all these other tools along with it. So you got the scissors, the little screwdriver, the I can't think of what it's called, the awl, and yeah, I can't think of what that thing's called, but yeah, you got a lot of tools on there. And USA made, baby. Very cool. Aluminum handle. Next, we have KIZER Sheepdog. Now, this comes in so many different options. You got this denim MICARTA one, which is a Mojave Outdoors exclusive, I believe. And then we have another MICARTA option. There's also the mini. You can get both of these also in a flipper, and you can get the mini in a non-flipper. So lots of great options here. This one's an M390 steel. But like I said, you can also get this same MICARTA in the non-flipper version, just like this, in a mini with 154 cm. This is the one I recommend the most because it's readily available, 154 cm, fantastic action, non-flipper. Or you know, like you can go with this one because of the denim MICARTA, but I just mean the non-flipper is the one I recommend the most. Love the non-flipper action. You can get up nice and close to that blade and get good push cuts in. The blade works so good for utility cuts, and then it's nice and slicey. You don't realize how good of a slicer this thing is until you start using it. It is a slicing beast, and the action is incredible. Next, we have the TOWSER K. Now, this is the new exclusive version. It also comes in its regular version, but you can get the new one with a thinner blade. This one's from Mojave Outdoors. It is an exclusive, and it has 154 cm steel with MICARTA scales, reversible deep carry clip that is adjustable, and the detent and action on this is just insanity. It is a complete guillotine, and the detent is rock solid on these. Stupid good action. Next, or last, we'll do this one last. So the last one of my favorites, the mini BEGLEITER. I love this knife. It does come in a bunch of different options. This one's in 4V and aluminum. I don't think you can get this one anymore, but it was from Mojave Outdoors. Super snappy detent. It is on ceramic caged bearings and very, very drop shutty. The MICARTA one in N690 is readily available, and yeah, it's just so snappy, so slim, so lightweight, deep carry clip. It's a great user, and it's so easy to flick and fidget with. The access to the lock bar is really good, and good materials for the money. I love it. I think it's such a slim, great carry, and the utility cuts are amazing. You got this grip where you can get your 3 fingers back there and put pressure on the spine for the utility cuts. Lots of control with this one. And like I said, you know, I'm not sure what kind of exclusives are available right now, but they do come out with exclusives in it, and they even have a titanium FRAG pattern version with a spear point blade, and they have a large version of this. Just it has a clip point blade instead of the sheep's foot. But there you guys go. There's a long list of great utility cutting knives from mostly all budget. There's a couple prices were a little bit more than you'd think for a budget knife, but they were still a great value, and there were a lot of fantastic budget options in this list. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.